Who is the greatest welterweight of all time, George St. Pierre or Kamaru Usman? Let's look at their resumes. 9 welterweight title defenses versus 5. 6 consecutive title defenses versus 5. 20-2 record in the UFC welterweight division versus 14-2. 112 UFC title fights, 15 UFC title fights. It's really not close. It's really not. And I like Kamaru Usman. I don't do this to, slander him or anything like that. I do like Kamaru Usman. But the way the UFC, even the embedded and things like that, like I noticed, like I caught it a few times, like when he would be introduced to post-fight press conferences, the greatest welterweight of all time, Kamaru Usman. Like, whoa, like we as the fans of the sport cannot allow for the UFC and others to rewrite history. We are the ones who were there. We are the ones who watched it. We are the ones that cannot just allow for that to happen, because then what's the point of the sport, right? What's the point of achieving these things? What's the point of being a 9-time welterweight champion, 9 title defenses, 6 consecutive ones, 20-2, near, very nice record, very clean, 112 UFC title fights. Like, come on, bro. What's the point of all that? What's the point of history making if they're just going to cancel you out of history as soon as they could make money with the next guy? You get what I'm saying? So for me, it's George St. Pierre all day, and I'm going to tell you why. So first and foremost, Kamaru Usman, in the 5 title defenses he had, right? He beat 3 guys 5 times. So he beat Jorge Masvidal twice, he beat Colby Covington twice, and he beat Gilbert Burns. To me, that's not enough. You have to beat contender after contender after contender after contender after contender. Oh, one more contender. That's what George St. Pierre did. George St. Pierre just beat them all, bro. Carlos Condit. First of all, when George St. Pierre first got the title, it was off Matt Hughes. You know what I mean? Matt Hughes at the time was the greatest UFC welterweight, and he had a great run of his own. Very impressive record, 40-plus wins. You know what I mean? Like, Matt Hughes is that guy. George St. Pierre came out, beat Matt Hughes, took the ball, ran with it. Lost to Matt Serra. That was what it was. He came back, avenged that loss in the same way Islam Makhachev avenged the loss against Volkanovski. Just brushed him off like a pesky bug that didn't even belong in there with him. So, let's call it what it is. George St. Pierre goes on. Just look at the names that George St. Pierre has beaten, okay? Jake Shields, who is, former Strikeforce champion. Everywhere he goes, he's a champion. Everywhere he goes, he's a champion besides where George St. Pierre is. You get what I mean? That's the kind of fighter Jake Shields is, and that's who George St. Pierre beat. He also beat Carlos Condit, who you could say the same thing about, from WEC welterweight champion, all these things. Nick Diaz, not just him, but, the Josh Koscheck's of the world twice, the, Thiago Alves, the BJ Penns of the world, you know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, and BJ Penn when he was BJ Penn, not the BJ Penn that a lot of you guys know him as. BJ fucking Penn, like the legend, you know what I mean? That's who George St. Pierre beat twice. Yeah, bro, George St. Pierre's history is unrivaled. The only people that you could put above George St. Pierre are the other transcendents. So guys like Anderson Silva, you could argue. Guys like Fedor Emelianenko, you could argue. Guys like John Jones, you could argue. But that's it. Some people will try to argue with Demetrius Johnson, but it don't work. You get what I'm saying? Very, very small list of people can you put over George St. Pierre, and you definitely can't put Kamaru Usman over George St. Pierre. That's my take. That's what I'm saying. Let me know if you agree with me, disagree with me. It does not matter. Just join the discussion, and please follow for more. Thank you.